All right, so digestion of an Almond Joy. Let's first establish what an Almond Joy is made out of. So it has it has a coconut filling base, which is like milk solids, coconut, things like that. And then there is the milk chocolate coating, and then there's that almond on top. So those three kind of main components. So pop it in your mouth, start chewing. There are two different types of digestion. There's chemical and mechanical. So mechanical is that physical breakdown of food, which is the chewing with your teeth. And then chemical is via enzymes. So this kind of starts with your salivary glands, which there are a couple different glands here. Which provide saliva. Saliva has a enzyme called amylase, which starts breaking down carbs, so starts breaking down those sugars. And then the fats, like the chocolate and almond, don't really get digested much, just broken down by chewing, but they will get coated with saliva and like that mucus for later. So you'll swallow past that uvula, down the pharynx, which is the oro and laryngo pharynx, not the naso's up here, down the esophagus, using peristalsis, which is a smooth muscle contraction, pushes it down to your stomach. So stomach is where kind of things really start to happen. So it will start churning. It has that extra kind of way the cells are oriented, that oblique, which allow it to churn and make it into, is it chyme? But also there's those wrinkles that also help it expand as you eat. The stomach also has gastric pits, which have all these different cells. So again, more mucus cells, parietal cells that have hydrochloric acid and intrinsic factor. These gastric pits kind of look like this with those different cells. So hydrochloric acid, and enzymes like pepsin, so pepsinogen, which moves into pepsin, break down protein. So things like from the almond and the coconut will start kind of breaking down. The fats from like the chocolate and the almond are still intact. They don't really do much here just yet. And then it moves down to the down through the stomach to the small intestine, which is here and here. So in the duodenum, the jejunum, and ileum. In the duodenum, this is where a lot of chemical digestion and absorption occurs. This is because of pancreatic juices and bile. So an accessory organ is the liver and gallbladder and pancreas. Gallbladder kind of stores the bile, but liver is where the bile kind of comes from. It has various components that help with digestion. Bile salts are steroids that come from cholesterol that emulsify and absorb fat. So fat will turn into fatty acids, glycerol, and then the pancreas has a bunch of different enzymes in the pancreatic juice. So this, first of all, it also has sodium bicarbonate, which will eventually neutralize that hydrochloric acid. But the enzymes have various purposes. So the amylase will continue to break down carbs. So sugars will go into simple sugars like that, things like that. Pancreatic lipase will do lipids, so fats. And then these three will break down those proteins. So small intestine also have villi, which also again have our projections in those first two layers. Also the enzymes, so maltose, sucrose, lactose, and peptidase, again more protein digestion. Lactase, which will absorb those kind of milk fats from like the chocolate, things like that. Again, more mucus cells, capillaries. This is where a lot of the absorption will start happening. So in the jejunum, I struggle with that one. This is where final digestion is starting to happen, continuing absorption. Ileum is a lot thinner, a lot less muscular. This is absorption. This is where a lot of the water is starting to get absorbed. But there's the luteals, which is lymphatic vessels that absorb fat. And the capillaries, this is where there's like all that all those nutritions are moving to. So the sugar will kind of give you a spike when it goes into that the capillaries, lymphatic system, the luteals, and the amino acids from the almond are kind of going into circulation. Large intestine, which is this big boy right here, is basically cleanup. It's what's left of the Almond Joy, whatever is left. So water will get absorbed, and gut bacteria will start to ferment and cause gas. Waste is also formed. It'll travel through here, ascending, traverse, descending, sigmoid, and then it goes into the rectum, anus, and eventually will get, it will get pooped out, so, or excreted out of the body, or eliminated. And that is the digestion of an Almond Joy.